Greece is getting ready for an emergency meeting with its European creditors tomorrow. The talks could diffuse a standoff that has set the whole of Europe on edge. But if the run-up to the meeting is anything to go by, the chances of that are not great. Talking on Sunday in Parliament, Greece's Prime Minister ruled out a bailout extension, but said a bridge loan is a possibility. But the idea was swiftly rejected by EU officials. Then the Greeks reminded Germany that it owed them financial damages from World War II, enough in fact to cover over half of their debt. But Germany scoffed at the idea, and today the Greek defence minister said that Athens will look elsewhere if tomorrow's meeting fails. Now, the Greek financial markets have dived further, almost hitting a record low this week amidst the continuing standoff. While the international stock exchanges were also clearly spooked on Monday, all of the European markets ended trading in the red. Now, for more on Greece's bid to be rid of its debt, let's speak with the country's Minister of Administrative Reforms, George Katrougalos. You're very welcome to the programme, sir. Just first off, what are you expecting of tomorrow's talks?
Well, we have started negotiating with our partners as equal partners in a union of equal states. And this is a first time for Greece, because till now we were negotiating as a debt colony. So we hope that we are going to reach a mutually beneficial agreement with our partners, exactly because we don't demand any more money. We demand just time in order to implement our program. The program for which we have been voted by the Greek electorate to the government, and it seems now to have, according to the polls, more than 72% of support of the Greek people.
What will the government's next step be in case the talks do end in deadlock tomorrow, though?
We are going to continue to negotiate. We are persuaded that it is not going to be an easy negotiation, but we are not speaking just for ourselves. We are speaking for all the peoples of Europe that want to see an end to the austerity policies, because these austerity policies have not just devastated our economy and our society, they are now bringing Europe at its knees. We are now very close to stagnation, to economic stagnation and deflation. And if you look at the reactions within all European societies, there is now a clear cry against the continuation of these policies.
But wouldn't a new loan just further aggravate the country's debt problem then in that case?
Absolutely. We don't want a new loan. The new loan is going to make our debt even bigger. We do not demand anything like that from our European partners. As I said before, we just want some time in order to implement our program of reforms and show to our partners that we do not want to make our debt bigger, but to solve our problems, but by following our own reforms, not reforms that are imposed to us by the Troika or anybody outside Greece, because we want to change our state and our economy ourselves, not by outside.
Mr. Katrougalos, how seriously is the Greek government weighing up the option of actually leaving the Eurozone?
We are not thinking about that, not even a thought, because we want to change Europe, not to leave Europe. We want to change the existing, nowadays, neoliberal Europe to a social one. And we hope that we can start a kind of domino effect, that we have now the first government of the left in Europe, but not the last one.
And what you're saying, how is that going to affect the Eurozone then in general, if that domino effect takes off?
Well, what we want to do is to persuade the other partners we have that the continuation of the austerity policies is an impasse. We hope that the reaction of the societies are going to be heard by the political elites. And in any case, there is not alternative. A Grexit, an exit of Greece from the Eurozone, would have disastrous effects. It would destabilize the whole Eurozone. And in this way, nobody, I think, in Europe thinks, moreover, wishes a Grexit.
George Katrougalos, Greece's Minister of Administrative Reforms, we do appreciate you taking the time to speak to us here in RT this evening. Thank you.
Thank you.